What's up, guys? This is the end of West Boulevard, getting ready to get on the fucking Mount Vernon Trail. My favorite piece of land to ride a bike on. Definitely biased. That is the George Washington Parkway. You go that way, you go to his house. You go that way, you go to DC. Which, this hill right here, not much of a hill. I couldn't go up this in the beginning. I had to walk my bike up that on the first bike ride. First bike ride from my house was just to right here at the beginning of this trail. Sorry for that horrible camera angle while I was getting lights straight. Right up here, next to these super swanky houses on the Potomac River, is the Mount Vernon Trail. And I came to right here and turned around and went back and had to walk up that hill. It was humbling. It's only like a 20-foot hill with like 9 or 10% gradient. It shouldn't require walking from a 39-year-old man, but it did. It was humbling, and it's awesome. Oh, this is different. It's awesome. Like, if you just keep going, just to at least the same distance as last time, and maybe a little bit more. And that's what I did. I just kept going a little bit further and a little bit further down this glorious trail that runs along the Potomac River all the way into DC. It's 14.0 miles from my house on this fucking awesome, winding, super sick, nasty thing. Oh man, that tree was not like that before. Trail conditions. Anyway, it's 14.0 miles exactly to the National Monument, and to many pieces of stone down there, 15, 16 miles an hour, miles away from my house, and obviously 16 back, and I just kept working out to the point where I rode all the way across DC to one of my friend's houses in Riverdale, Maryland, outside of College Park, Maryland. And that was 22 miles away from my house and 22 back, 14 of which were on this glorious trail I'm on right now, with many little bridges and protected swamps and stuff that you'll go over along the way. Lots of trees falling, lots of water. But anyway, yeah, so like 22 miles away, 22 back, stopped and ate dinner in between and shit like that. And then when I got home, it was a 44-mile total, and I was like, wow, that's like a significant number. And at that time, it was by far the furthest I'd ridden, by like 6 or 7 miles furthest I'd been. And yeah, man, I Googled how far away it was to Baltimore, to the Ray Lewis statue specifically, because of him cycling back in 2012 season. And me reading that article and being amazed. It took a long time for that inspiration, Ray, but it did eventually be inspiration that brought forth fruit. Thank you. Thank you so much, dude. You're the fucking man. All my dogs in the house, I'll always be woo, 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 woo. So yeah, and then after I was like, wow, if I can go city to city, like, I can go state to state. Like, I should go visit all my friends. And if I do it in progressive distance away from my house, like, it'll build up my miles naturally to when I can go even to the ones in California and freaking New Orleans and Seattle, and like, I can do it all. So like, and I'll be in this brand that'll like make me a cyclist for life, hopefully. That'll like solidify this life change and not just be like a phase that I went through during the pandemic. To just like really make me a cyclist and be elevating my heart rate every fucking day for an hour at least, because I'd realized how healthy it made my brain chemistry. Man, that tree root is still there. That thing has been there for a long time. And this is really bumpy, this section. Didn't exaggerate that too much. Yeah, geez, I sure can tell stories, huh? So yeah, if I went cross country, I would continue this amazing brain chemistry feel and this like rewatering of these relationships that I let fallow for 10 years during a depressive fugue I was unaware of. It's so sad that like 10 years can go by and you don't even realize it. You're just like you just think that that's normal life. Like, and look at this. This is so awesome. The sun rises right over there, kind of where that Ferris wheel is, in Oxon Hill, Maryland. The sunrise is like right over there. It's so awesome to see that in the morning on a bike ride here when you're like up at 4:30 eating oatmeal, beating the July heat in the summer, training for Tour de France. Such vibes, such fucking vibes riding on this trail. So I'm almost there. I'm sorry for such a long video, and I can't help myself when I see some of these things. But yeah, so like, if I just keep cycling and I keep doing these things and like keep these relationships watered and like keep myself watered with proper food and diet and exercise and elevating my heart rate, and then my gut microbiome, God, being happy and giving me like neurotransmitter precursors and just like all the things that a human should do for themselves, but they don't. They know they should. They do so much for others over themselves. But the thing is, if you love yourself, you can do so much more for them other people. Like, man, it all starts with like, I hope you have some sick trail like this, but you don't have to be. It can just be on back roads. Like, it can be anywhere. I've ridden so many different places across the country, and that I'm 11,000 miles and 35 stages into 40 of the stages of the Tour de France. So it's just, I don't know. There's so much to ride on out there, and ride down and up. And don't worry, you might have to walk up that hill, or you might ride halfway up it and need to take a break and walk a little bit and then get back on your bike. And it might just be like the 6th or 7th time you go up that hill, but you'll fucking make it up that hill. You're human. You love yourself, there ain't nothing. Tour de France, thanks friends. Tour de France, thanks friends.